Hello! Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe. That way you are notified when I put up new content. This video is long overdue. And the reason I am now doing it is because back in March, I decided I was going to start doing promos full time. And so I actually got signed on with like 4 different agencies and I was working different promos, and that's when my skin, you guys, like took a turn for the worst. Oh my god, and it got so bad. And I didn't want to put this video out there when I was still with all these agencies. Since then, I have found something that I feel like I've been looking for years, and it came in such a crazy way, but I'm so excited to tell you guys more about that later on in another video. So now I want to put this video out there because I want you guys to see, I want you to see, if you are someone that struggles with acne, whether it's acne, hormonal acne, cystic acne, infected, inflammatory acne, this video is for you. And I'm going to tell you what was the cause behind my acne, because a lot of it was stress, a lot of it was internal, okay? And I'm also going to tell you what helped me during each stage of having this different type of acne. And then I'm going to give you some advice on how to live your life when you have acne, because if you have had acne, you know it affects you mentally, emotionally, physically, everything. It can be very, very draining, okay? And I am here today barefaced. My skin right now, you guys, even though it is still, I'm kind of dealing with the aftermath now of going through having this like turmoil, insane, crazy like acne going on. I'm dealing with a lot of scarring now. And so my face, I wanted to come on here and do this video without any makeup on, because you know what? We still have to live our lives even though we have acne, right? And we're all gonna get it at some point or another. You guys, as a teenager, I never had a single zit. In fact, people used to tell me how beautiful my skin was. And all of a sudden at 25, my body and face just went haywire on me. So, yeah, it happens. And I'm here to tell you that, you know, you are not alone in this journey. So here we go. I'm gonna shine the light because you're gonna really be able to see when I do the light here. This is what I'm left with right now. Some scarring. And for those of you who might be thinking, holy smokes, this is really bad. Or maybe you're thinking that's not bad at all. My face was about 100 times worse. And I wish I could say I was kidding, but I'm not. And I will put some photos in this video for you. But here we go. We're first gonna start about what triggered any acne at all. And kind of take you guys through the last year and a half of dealing with this acne, and in hopes that it helps someone or makes someone feel a little bit better about their acne. And you know, the reason I do these videos, I really want to create like a community of people who just help each other. So if you have dealt with acne, if you are dealing with it or have dealt with any of this type of acne in the past, comment below what helped you. That way as a community, we can really help each other. You're never alone in what you're going through, okay? So here we go. So my acne started, and I now know it was due to stress. So during this point in time in my life, I was making a huge decision to walk away from something that I had built for years, this business I had built. And it just didn't feel right anymore. And it literally, the decision like ate at me every day. And that's when I started noticing I was getting like a little bit of just like little like acne, nothing crazy. And so I started to kind of realize that like what was going on mentally and emotionally inside my body was starting to manifest physically. And I made the decision to leave, right? And with that, I just used some mild acne products. I actually used, and I'll throughout this video tell you what I used. I am no way affiliated with any of these companies or brands. But I used Rodan Fields, and that helped for like the very mild acne, right? Just a little bumps. It helped. It cleared up my skin. You know, I moved on from that. And then I decided that I was going to stop taking birth control, right? Because I wanted to like rid my body of any toxins. And I'm the type of person where for the most part, like I don't even take Advil. I use my little like essential oil stick when I get headaches. And that was the last thing that was like in my body that I felt like I wanted to try to just get off of. And I have been on birth control, you guys, since I was 15 years old. I did a video about this, so I'm not going to get into it in this video. I'll actually link it at the end of this video, my journey trying to detox off of birth control. And at the same time, I went in and I had to get my hormones checked, and I had a blood test done for my hormones, and we realized that I only had 0.02% of testosterone, and I've blew out my cortisol level and my adrenal gland, and like everything was just, it was so messed up. And so my body internally was struggling, and so the acne started to get worse. And like anyone who's tried to get off birth control, it goes one way or another. Your skin either gets super clear or it becomes like a hot mess express in like a couple months, and you're just like, WTF. Holy smokes, hormones, get it together. But that ain't the way it always works. So it got really bad, and it started to get like out of control, and I was like, I don't know what to do. So basically a year went by, and I tried the detox off of it, and I couldn't. Like my body couldn't function. I was so messed up. I had like I just didn't feel like myself. My skin, I was so bloated. I was gaining all this weight. Like my body just couldn't figure it out. So I decided I was gonna get back on it. And when I got back on it, my acne went down a little bit. And then I went through a time where my body was just kind of pumped with a lot of heavy medication within like a 2-week time span, very short, like back to back. And my body lost it. Like my body just lost it. I got huge cystic acne on my skin. And for those of you who don't know what cystic acne is, it's like these bumps that are like so deep under your skin where it like physically hurts. It hurt for me to open my jaw. Like to talk like this, I was in pain. And I had a lot of people at the time trying to help me with my skin. And, you know, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been along on this ride with me that has done different treatments to try to help. And I'm not talking about like little peels. I'm talking about like hundreds of dollars worth of treatments, and nothing was working. And it finally got to the point where they were like, it's something internal, right? Like it's something internal. So then I started looking at like what I was eating, and I really got very picky about what I eat. And for those of you who are wondering how I eat, it's pretty much vegetarian. I'll occasionally have a little bit of fish, but there are certain things that I noticed really inflamed my skin and made it worse. And I'd wake up and it was more inflamed and more swollen, and I had more like acne. And one of those being meat. Like my body just like, I can't have a lot of it. I also really limit the amount of dairy I have. Like before, I just like to eat like cheese sticks. I'll be honest, you guys, like to eat cheese sticks, right? So I don't do that anymore. And then certain type of grains. But not only do I notice it on my face, I notice it with my stomach. And so that's something to pay attention for. If you have acne, I am a firm believer that 90% of it is caused from stress and from the food we consume, and then maybe other hormonal factors or changes that our body's going through. So just be very aware of that. And I'll also leave you with this too. Less is more when it comes to trying to treat acne. So I was actually on like an antibiotic to help when it was cystic and infected, and it helped a tiny bit. But I felt like I was doing too much. You know, I bought every acne system under the sun, and it's not to say that they don't work. It's just acne versus hormonal acne versus cystic acne versus infected acne all work different. So I'm going to go over that now. If you just have basic acne, what worked for me was Roden Fields. Hormonal acne, what worked for me best was trying to regulate my hormones on some level, so it was all internal. Nothing topically was working because everything internal was like messed up. When it was cystic acne, I'd have to say Drunk Elephant, and that's what I'm currently using, is like the best brand out there. Like, and like I said, I'm not associated with them at all, but this shit works. Like right now, my skin, and I know it's not perfect, but it looks amazing. It looks amazing compared to the amount of welts my face had and how much pain I was in. Oh my God. And then for the infected acne, which was a combination with my cystic acne, so yay, that was a lot of fun. Sulfur ointment, which I got off of Amazon. I'll put the link below. It's like $7. That really helped. So yeah, acne is caused, like I said, by stress, by internal factors, hormonal changes, your body going through different changes. So be really, really aware of that, because I think a lot of times we think if we just slap these different products on our face, it's going to help. And a lot of times certain products do, and they have helped, but a lot of it, you guys, is internal. So really pay attention to that if that's something you're struggling with. And I just want to leave by saying this, you know, if you are going through acne, and this is something I never understood before, because as a teenager I never had acne, right? I get like this adult acne when I'm 25 years old. I'll be 27 in October. So it's like from the age of 25 to like, I'm hoping 26 and a half. Like I had all this crazy acne. It was so weird. I will say this, you know, it is very, and I didn't realize this, emotionally and mentally like taxing. It really is. And there are certain things you stop doing. Like for me, I do not wear my hair back. Like when it was bad, and that's why I love my extensions. It hid my face. It hid my acne, especially when I was working and doing a lot of promos. Like it hid it. And I also got to be like a pro as to how to like literally cake on my makeup, right? Which is awful, but that's how it was, right? And I also stopped going to like fitness classes because I couldn't stand to look at myself in the mirror and see how bad my skin was. And I didn't want to work out with makeup on because it was way worse, right? And my confidence, like I wouldn't look people in the eye. I would kind of look down because I didn't want them to stare at my face. Like I wanted them to stare anywhere else but my face. And so there was just these certain patterns, and you know, people would be like, let's go to lunch, I haven't seen you forever. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to see you right now. Like I look like my skin looks so bad. And something that someone said, it just really like knocked me down. And you know, I was out, and I remember I was out and about, and I had no makeup on, and this was when it was pretty bad. I was just trying to give my skin a break. This lady goes, oh my God, honey, you are so beautiful. Like, what's wrong with your skin? I don't understand. Like, you're just gorgeous. And it's like, first of all, like, I can't help how my skin is. Like, you don't think that I'm trying to do something. And here's the thing with acne. It's not like you're a dirty, gross person. It's like something internally is off, and it's probably been off for a while. And because you haven't taken care of it, it's now manifesting on the outside. Truly believe that's what causes acne. And so if you are going through that, I actually saw a video on YouTube of this girl, and she said you literally have to live your life like you don't have acne. And you have to wake up every morning, and in the mirror you're gonna say, my face is so beautiful, it's so clear, you know, I have the most beautiful skin in the world. And so I started doing that, and like weirdly, that with the combination of eating better and, you know, just living my life like I didn't have acne. So starting to go back to the gym and starting to run and do errands without having to cake my face on, my acne started to get better. And of course, like I said, Drunk Elephant, such a huge fan of that line. Like I can't say enough good things about the skincare line, and it's because, and this is why I think it's worked so well, it's so simple. There are a few ingredients in each product, and I really feel like when you have really bad acne, they'll try to stick you on all this really harsh stuff, and the best thing you can do is just like keep it simple, right? So I hope this video helps. Live your life like you don't have acne if you have acne, and know that if you're going through it right now, you're definitely not the only person on earth. I think I saw something like 70% of people struggle or deal with acne at one point or time in their life, so you're not alone. It's not the end of the world. It feels like it is, and some days you just want to crawl under a rock. I get it. But you gotta live your life like you don't have acne. You are still the same beautiful, amazing person you've always been. And just know you're going to get through it. And like I said, really look internally and look at the amount of stress. See how you can somehow reduce stress. Look at what you eat. Notice how your body or skin reacts with certain foods. And wake up every day and tell yourself you are gorgeous and you have the most flawless skin ever. And find a line that is just simple with products. Not necessarily natural, but just simple. A few ingredients. Highly recommend Drunk Elephant. Love you guys. Thanks so much for hopping on. This was way overdue. Love you. If you have any questions, comment below. Like I said, I really want to just be a community of people who can connect and help one another. So comment below what has helped you. Thanks so much for hopping on, and I'll see you guys next time.